Wysteria, energy twister.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. We're changing now, we're moving on to the poems, and these are what they're called poems of dreams, and it's from, well, they're all from around 1855 and onwards. So I'm just going to start with the first poem. Bear in mind, because they are old, it might be Old English language, so we'll see as we go through them. To Dreamland. Oh, blessed land of dreams, soft memories and blissful hours are thine. Strange moonlit fountains and fitful gleams surrounded thy shrine. Dreams for the weary one, who through a long and toilsome day must weep, come with sweet music, breathing in their tone, in balmy sleep. Dreams for the broken-hearted, glad angel tones arise from the dim past, telling of hours that have long since departed, too bright to last. Dreams for the stained of crime, thoughts of their innocent and early years, come rushing o'er them from the past of time, with bitter tears. Dreams, too, for those who mourn, of that blessed realm which knows not care or pain, from whence the dead to vision land return, we meet again. Dreams unto us are given, to soothe the weary, and the heart oppressed, a realm of visions poised, twixt earth and heaven, we call thee blessed. The next one is called Abbot. If you dream of an abbot, it means great age, great knowledge. Sadly, through yon graveyard creeps the abbot hold and hoar. His long beard in the night wind sweeps. His heart knows joy no more. No more he hears, no more he sees. A long staff guides his way. What seeks he there? Why brave the breeze? He counts the graves, they say. And ever as he counts, it seems as still were wanting one. He shakes his hoary head, and deems next day his race is run. Not yet is made that couch his own. Warm tears his wan cheeks lave. When you firm fabrics overthrown, he'll only find his grave. The next. Ashes are on my head, and on my lips sackcloth, and in my breast a heaviness and weariness of life that makes me ready to say to the dead abbots under us, make room for me. Absence. Absence from home, if you dream of that or distant journeying, it's the most favourable omen in dreams, because it generally means great happiness is on the way. Fare thee well, thou lane so humble. Quiet home, farewell to thee. Sadly gazed I on my parents, and my Mary gazed on me. How so far I wander, still for home and love I long. Merry sing my wild companions, but it seems a hollow song. Other cities oft receive me, other maidens oft I see. Other maidens are they truly, not the maiden loved by me. Other cities, other maidens, Here, so lost and sad I stand. Other maidens, other cities, give me back my father's land. Why must our souls thus love and thus be riven? Return, thy parting wakes mine agony. Poetry of Dreams, the next one. There's no title for the actual poem, I'm afraid. Must I then, from my homeland away, and my love no longer see? In a year, in a year, in a year from today, I'll return my own heart's love to thee. Think not, if other maids I meet, that false I e'er can be. If thou art true, if thou art true, if thou art true to me, sweet thine own love I'll be. In a year, when the vintage hath come, again I'll be here by thy side. If thou art true to me, true to me, true to me then, we'll be happy as bridegroom and bride. In a year my wandering will be o'er, then I'll dream of thee and thine. If thou art true to me, true to me, true to me then, I'll be blessed and make thee mine. The next is account books. To dream of account books, receipts, notes, bills, it means great wealth. To go over such business documents or to add up figures is a sign that some weighty affair has been neglected and requires immediate attention, apparently anyway. Take and tret, gross and net, box and hoggets, dry and wet, ready-made of every grade. Wholesome retail, will you trade? Goods for sale, roll or bale, ell a quarter, yard a nail. Every dye, will you buy? No one can sell as cheap as I. Thus each day wears away, and his hair is turning grey. He nightly looks o'er his books, counts his grains and bolts his locks. By and by he must die, but the ledger book on high will unfold how he sold, how he got and used his gold. Interesting. There's another one. Again, some of these, they don't have an actual title. A sound of music, such as they might deem the song of spirits that would sometimes sail close to their ear, a deep delicious stream, then sweep away and die with a low wail, then come again. I've heard thee wake with touch refined, the viewless harp strings of the wind, when on my ears their soft tones fell, sweet as a voice of Israel. Hast heard in dreams the wind harp's tone, then in thy soul rejoice. No one is friendless and alone who hears its spirit's voice. The next one is anchors, as in, anchors for boats. And apparently, if you dream of an anchor, it could be a sign of fulfillment or a long-deferred hope, depending on how many. If there are more anchors, it kind of means a hindrance or a delay in something. But if there's just a few, then it means security and such, or, it means something that's been fulfilled, something happy. But the more anchors are there, the more it implies that you're delaying something or there's hindrance to something that should not be hindered. Anyway, the poem Anchor. At first all deadly shapes were driven tumultuously across her sleep, and o'er the vast cope of bending heaven all ghastly visaged clouds did sweep. And as towards the east she turned, she saw aloft in the morning air, which now with hues of sunrise burned, a great black anchor rising there, and wherever the lady turned her eyes, it hung before her in the skies. The sky was blue as the summer sea, the depths were cloudless overhead, the air was calm as it could be, there was no sight, no sound of dread, but the black anchor, floating still over the piney eastern ill. The poem Angels. To dream of angels is joy and prosperity, fulfillment of a dearest hope. Perchance she knows it by her dreams, her eye hath caught the golden gleams, angelic presence testifying that sound her everywhere are flying around. Ostuits from which she may presume that much of heaven is in the room. Skirting her own bright hair they run, and to the sunny add more sun. But may ye, not unseen, around us hover, with gentle promptings and sweet influence yet, though the fresh glory of those days be over, when midst the palm trees man your footsteps met. Are you not near, when faith and hope rise high, when loved by strength, oh, ere master's agony, it is a beautiful, a blessed relief that the beloved dead, grown angels, watch the dear ones left behind. Light as the angel, shapes that bless, an infant's dream, yet not the less, rich in all women's loveliness. The next one is Antiquities, Curiosities. To dream of antique, rare and costly objects, well, it generally means a happy event, arrival of a dear friend, or a fortune, or a fortunate, unexpected discovery. Cases of rare medallions, coins antique, found in dust of cities, Rome and Greek, and urns of alabaster, soft and bright, with fawns and dancing shepherds on their sides, and costly marble vases dug from night, in Pompeii beneath its lava tides, cluster of arms, the spoil of ancient wars, old scimitars of true Damascus brand, short swords with basket hilts to guard the hand, and iron casques with rusty visor bars, lances and spears, and battle axes keen, with crescent edges, shields with studded thorns, yew boughs and shafts, and carved bugle horns, with tasselled baldries of the Lincoln green, and the walls with lifted curtains see the portraits of my noble ancestry. Then featured stately dames with powdered locks, and courtly shepherdesses tending flocks, stiff lords in wigs, and ruffles white as snow, hot peers and princes centuries ago, and dark Sir Hugh, the bravest of the line, with all the knightly scars he won in Palestine. If in his study he have such a care to hang all strange things, let his wife beware. The pictures and blazoned books, the glittering armour and the oaken screen, grotesque with wry-faced, purgatorial shapes. The end. And I'm going to finish off with the last one, and it's just animals in general. To dream of many kind of animals can mean many different things. So if you dream of a herd of animals, then it means something strange or a direful adventure is on its way. The poem Animals. While he thus spake, there come into my mind this fearful dream, whereout I waked was, I saw a river stocked with storms of wind, whereas through a swan, a bull, a boar did pass. tranching the fish and fire with teeth of brass. Methought this stream did drown the cruel boar. In little space it grew so deep and broad, but he had killed the bull and swan before. Besides all this, I saw an ugly toad crawl towards me, on which methought I trode. But what became of her, or what of me, my sudden waking would not let me see. The end. And we shall continue with the next one now, because this is still in animals, although it's a little bit different to the other. It's more a Noah's Ark theory. I had a dream last night of Noah's Ark. Methought I saw the beasts go 2 by 2 up a long plank and into their abode. First came the nobler brutes, and then in turn, by mild graduation, walked the viler sort, and after all the reptiles. Then I saw those insects which more terrify the brave than lions, snakes, or tigers, for there flew, or crept according to his kind, the bug, the cockroach and mosquito, last and worst, meaner than all, vilest among the vile, came too small, irritilinga, ooze, ignorance, but half out-topped their venom. When I saw this paltry vermin closing up the train, I called to Noah and in sorrow cried, O great Ark Patriarch, if it needs must be, keep the mosquitoes and the Chiniadaya, the murderous flea and the Echen cockroach, yea, spare the bugs. Forgive me, reader mine. But oh, block out that vilest pair, who crawl disgracing all before them. So I would, the sire replied, and kill them both to boot. But 'tis ordained that filthy things must live. Eon, for there must be mutual torture before I walk. I have no idea what that means. It's a very bizarre poem. It's a very, very old poem. Interesting nonetheless. Thank you for listening and many blessings.
Wysteria. Energy. Twister.